is fake.
And if I
Look,
may ask,
look,
I just want to ask
Tim, you know what it is? Here's the thing. The public isn't, they read newspapers, they see television, they watch. They don't know if it's true or false.
Why not just say it's a story I don't like?
I do that.
Call it fake news.
No, I do
You're
that.
undermining confidence in our news media.
Here's the thing.
Isn't
Okay,
that important?
I understand what you, and you're right about that, except this. See, I know when I should get good and when I should get bad. And sometimes I'll say, wow, that's going to be a great story. And I'll get killed. I know what's good and bad. I'd be a pretty good reporter, not as good as you.
Are you going to include the Congressional Black Caucus and the Congressional
Well, I
Hispanic
would. I
Caucus,
tell you what. Do you want to
as well
set
as
up the
on
meeting?
city
Do
board?
you want to set up the meeting?
No.
Are they friends of
I'm just
yours?
a
No,
reporter.
set up the
I
meeting.
know some of them, but I'm sure.
Let's go set up a meeting. I would love to meet with the Black Caucus. I think it's great, the Congressional Black Caucus. I think it's great.
It's President Trump's birthday today, and so far, all he's gotten is a shout-out from Don Jr. on it.
Hey folks, I'm Joe Biden. I'd like to ask you to join my campaign. Is that...
Are you concerned that you might be stoking more racial violence? For the love of our country, I have no idea if they're going to be here. I was just asking. But I have no idea if they're going to be here. The MAGA is Make America Great Again. By the way, they love African American people. They love black people.
Special place called America. It was a small cluster of colonies caught between a great ocean and a vast wilderness. It was
doesn't concern you that many people saw that tweet as racist, and that white nationalist groups are finding common cause with you on that point.
It doesn't concern me because many people agree with me. Well, I want to thank your eminence.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
You want to keep speaking that. Go back to your...
He used to love me when I was a Democrat.
Go back to your fucking country.
Mayor de Blasio. In the old days, I would have.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life.
Just say, as a
And
businessman,
I had to start
business all
again.
over the world.
Just my children and my wife.
I know so many of the people in the audience. And by the way, I'm just self-funded. I don't have my wife and I have my son. That's all I have.
The flag
I
still
don't
stands for
have
freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Obviously, it was a mistake. George Bush made a mistake. He made a mistake. But that one was a beauty. We should have never
From LA to Minnesota
fertilized the Middle East.
to the hills of Tennessee.
You still think he should be hated by Jordan?
Whatever you want, you call it whatever you want. I want to say they lied. They said there were weapons of mass destruction.
Detroit down to Houston,
There were no
and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
I like him. He's an amazing entertainer. But his policies for most of his
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
For most of his life, his policies have been very, very liberal. For most of his life, he has described himself as very pro-choice and as a supporter of partial birth abortion. Right now, today, as a candidate, he supports federal taxpayer funding.
Liar. All right. Are worse than Jeb.
Him on that. That's a matter of principle, and I'll
single
tell
biggest liar. You probably are worse than Jeb Bush. You are the single biggest liar. All right. This guy lied. Let me just tell you. This guy lied about Ben Carson when he took votes away from Ben Carson in Iowa. And he just continues. And today, we had robocalls saying Donald Trump is not going to run in South Carolina, where I'm leading by a lot. I'm not going to run. Vote for Ted Cruz. This is the same thing he did to Ben Carson. This guy will say anything. Nasty guy. Now I know why he doesn't have one endorsement from any of his colleagues.
All right, John, I get to respond.
Pick from the buffet there.
He's a nasty guy.
Well, I will say, I will say it is fairly remarkable to see Donald defending Ben after he called him pathological and compared him to a child molester, both of which were offensive and wrong. But let me say more broadly, you notice Donald didn't disagree with the substance that he supports taxpayer funding for Planned Parenthood. And Donald has this weird pattern.
Where did I
If you
support
want
it?
to go
Hey, Ted,
and watch,
where did I
you want
support
to
it?
go and watch the video, go to our website,
Ted,
tedcruz.org.
where
You
did I
can see
support
it
it, Ted?
out
No,
of
tell me about
Donald's
it,
own
Vinny.
mouth. When we
Where did I support it?
you supported it when we were battling over defunding Planned Parenthood. You went on television and said Planned Parenthood does wonderful things and we should not defund
It
it.
does do wonderful things, but not as it relates to abortion.
So tell me, what are the wonderful things? What are the wonderful things
Excuse me.
it does?
There are wonderful things having to do with women's health.
You see, you and I disagree on that. That's it.
Not when it comes to abortion.
The reason principle matters, sadly, was illustrated by the first question. Your Second Amendment will help.
And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Because there ain't no doubt
Total
I love this
disaster.
land.
Nobody cares. And frankly, I'm the most solid person up here. I built a tremendous company. And all I want to do is make America great again.
Donald, you're not going to be able to insult your way to the presidency. That's not going to happen. But I do have the strength.
I'm at 42 and you're at 3. So far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
Pretty soon you're going to be off the
reminded of what FDR's grandfather said. He said, all horse thieves are Democrats.
He's been over like mine. This is what it's like to be on the mission. So first of all, let me just complain a little bit. Very. I know what I don't know. I would seek out, as I have, the best advice that exists. I won't get my information from the shows. I don't know if that's Saturday morning or Sunday morning. I don't know which one.
Last month, you said you were open to naming Senator Cruz as your running mate.
I did.
So why would you be willing to put somebody who's a maniac one heartbeat away from the presidency?
But I've gotten to know him over the last 3 or 4 days. He has a wonderful temperament. He's just fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Senator Cruz, you have not been willing to attack Mr. Trump in public, but you did question his judgment.
Hey, YouTube fans, I'm Luke Russert. Thanks for checking. Safe to say it was the Donald Trump show tonight, for better or for worse.
Denied that, and I appreciate that very much.
So how did it work? But he did stay above the fray when offered a chance to attack Trump.
You called Mr. Trump a clown, a buffoon, something else that cannot be repeated on television.
None of which is true.
Is it true?
No, it's not true. But I have said that Mr. Trump's language is divisive. I want to win. I want one of these people here, or the ones at 5 o'clock, to be the next president of the United States.
Well, first of all, Jeb, I am very happy that you denied that, and I appreciate that very much.
So how did the debate go over with Republican voters? We got some rapid response tonight.
If you won't say it, I will.
From Tony Lahren, a young political commentator who's become a viral sensation. For another doozy.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
For the record, it was well beyond Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes, I'm sure it was.
Your Twitter account has several disparaging comments about women's looks.
I think the big problem this country has is being politically correct.
Moments later, Rosie herself weighed in on Twitter, quote, try explaining that to your kid. The testiest moment of the night didn't involve Trump, but instead, during the Christmas, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. It was over the NSA's bulk data collection, which Christie supports and Paul does not.
I want to collect more records from terrorists, but less records from innocent Americans.
When you're sitting in a subcommittee just blowing hot air about this, you can say things like that.
You fundamentally misunderstand the Bill of Rights.
And you know, Senator Paul, you know, the hugs that I remember are the hugs that I gave to the families who lost their people on September 11th.
To be sure, there was plenty of Hillary Clinton back
If Hillary is the candidate, which I doubt, that would be a dream come true.
If I'm our nominee, how is Hillary Clinton going to lecture me about living paycheck to paycheck?
Everywhere in the world that Hillary Clinton touched is more messed up today than before she had. We have many elections to come.
Here in the same arena in Cleveland, where the Republican Party will hold its national convention.
You can explore more inspirational recipes at presuddint.com.
You said defeating ISIS requires defeating Assad, but wouldn't that also put us in conflict with Russia, a country that supports Assad? So doesn't that mean effectively
You're not
Assad's
happy
there
here. You
No,
can
it doesn't.
leave.
And that's the problem.
That's what
The
I
lack
say
of
all the
leadership in
time.
this country by
That's what I
Barack
said in the
Obama,
tweet, which I
John
guess
Kerry,
some
Hillary
people think
Clinton,
is controversial.
thinking
A lot of
that
people
this
love
is a
it, by the
policy
way.
that works, this
A lot of
policy of
people love it.
containment with ISIS. It's a complete, unmitigated disaster. And to allow Russia now to have influence in Syria makes it harder, but we need to destroy ISIS and dispose of Assad to create a stable Syria so that the 4 million refugees aren't a breeding ground for Islamic jihadists. This is the problem. Donald Trump brought up the
About
fact that
an hour
he want to
later, law
accommodate
enforcement
Russia.
and
Russia is
military
not
forces
taking out
began massing in
ISIS.
large
They're
numbers.
attacking
One
our
group that includes
team,
Secret
the team that
Service
we've been
assembles.
training and the team that we've been supporting. It is absolutely ludicrous to suggest that Russia could be a positive partner in this. They are on the military.
I'll tell you something. Jeb is so wrong. You got to fight ISIS first. You fight ISIS first. Right now you have Russia, you have Iran, you have them with Assad, and you have them with Syria. You have to knock out ISIS. They're chopping off heads. These are animals. You have to knock them out. You have to knock them off strong. You decide what to do after. You can't fight